Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of the Coffee and Hero Show, taking you through all the new graphic novels into the store this week. Before we jump in, just want to say a massive thanks to everybody who came to the Garth Ennis and Mike Perkins signing on Saturday. It was a tremendous success, massive crowds, lots of happy people, just really good vibes all around. So again, thanks to everybody who showed up for that. We are working behind the scenes on our next two signings at the moment. So obviously when we have something a bit more concrete, we'll certainly share the details on there. But yeah, just jump into this week's delivery. So I'll talk about single issues more in the second episode. But yeah, this week's a pretty big week because we have got 3 weeks worth of Image titles that we're on sort of almost in the background, waiting for those to come over from the States. Diamond, we're setting up new deals, new supply chains with Image Comics. And those arrived this week. So fingers crossed, we're back to normal on that. But as I said, I'll talk more about that in the single issues. We'll jump into trades just for now. We'll kick off with something a little bit different, and that is video games, the complete history from Pong to the PS5. The consoles, the games, the people adventure through 5 decades of video game history with this book created by a leading retro gaming collector for his fellow fans. So yeah, just something a little bit different. I do like getting the odd a little gaming book in here and there. Just a general sort of one I'll hold up, but all the DC compacts back in stock. So of course DC compacts are the range. DC do, £9 trades, complete stories, digest size, just great stuff. So all back in stock. We have Watchmen, we have Batman Court of Owls, Batman Hush, American Vampire, All-Star Superman, Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens, and Joker. And then the other one, there's a couple more from that, but they're all in stock over there, which is Far Sector, Catwoman, and Wonder Woman Earth 1. So that's the DC compacts. Now we have Marvel's answer to them. These are Marvel Premier Collection editions. This is the first one being launched. This is Daredevil, and it is Daredevil Born Again. So you really couldn't have picked a more iconic story, admittedly. Frank Miller, David Mazzucchelli. They are slightly bigger than the DC compacts. You'll see sort of maybe 1.5 centimeters one way and 0.5 centimeter the other. So they are a little bit bigger. Still digest size pretty much. The only negative thing I would say about it, and you know how I love saying negative things, Stuart. The only negative things I would say is that price point is maybe a little bit higher than it should be. It's a $15 trade, which for me, you can just buy a full price trade for that. But they are lovely editions, as I say, really nicely designed. You get plenty of supplementary material at the back as well. And again, you couldn't get a more iconic story to launch it with. Next up, we have Thundercats Volume 2, Roar. So Dynamite have been doing this in a way where they release both the hardcover and the trade paperback at the same time. So again, got those both in stock. We have Batman and Robin Volume 2, Growing Pains. So Josh Williamson, Simon DeMeo, and Juan Ferreira doing Batman and Robin. This was 7-13. So this is the run before the current run started with the All-In Initiative. Back in stock, they've been reprinting Tom King's Batman run in trade paperback form. So The War of Jokes and Riddles, arguably his most famous story throughout the run that he had. Tom King, of course, writing, Mikel Janin on art here. You got Clay Mann on art as well. Just some really good stuff. When the Joker and Riddler go to war, will Gotham be collateral damage? Next up, we have Fantastic Four Grand Design from Tom Scioli. So you have the Grand Design format has mostly, they've been doing these large oversized editions, treasury editions, but it's nice to see them being done in a slightly smaller format, and very well timed given the launch recently of the Fantastic Four trailer. Next up, we have Action Comics Revenge of the Demons. So this is the end of Phil Kennedy Johnson's run on Action Comics. This collects the Authority Special Number 1, Action Comics 2023 Annual, and Action Comics 1057 to 1060 combined. Next up, we have the latest volume of Saladin Ahmed's Daredevil. This is collecting Daredevil 11 to 15, so it's volume 3. Saladin Ahmed on writing, Aaron Kuder on art. I've really enjoyed this Daredevil run. I don't think it's quite hit the heights of Zdarsky before it, but it has been really fun. It's been got a little bit of fantasy elements to it as well, a little bit of supernatural stuff, which I've rather enjoyed as well. Next up, and unfortunately arriving a week too late, we have The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. Punisher sets aside on the greatest heroes of the Marvel Universe twice. In a classic what-if style by Frank Castle's signature writer, Garth Ennis. Frank Castle's family died not in a mob shootout, but during a superhuman slugfest. Armed with an arsenal of advanced weaponry, the Punisher seeks his revenge by hunting down Spider-Man, Magneto, Captain America, the Kingpin, Daredevil, Doctor Doom, the Hulk, Venom, and Wolverine. This collects Punisher Kills Marvel Universe and Marvel Universe vs. Punisher 1, 2, 4. Next up, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Eltarian War. So this is when Power Rangers there was a Mighty Morphin title and there was a Power Rangers title. So this is them crossing over in one volume and one storyline. So this collects Mighty Morphin 13 to 16 and Power Rangers 13 to 16 as well. So Alexa Ram Parrott working on that. Next up, we have DC Finest, the Doom Patrol, the world's strangest heroes. So reborn out of disaster, this collects My Greatest Adventure 80 to 85, Doom Patrol 86 to 102, Brave and the Bold 65, Challengers of the Unknown 48, and Teen Titans 6. So this covers a period in DC history 1963 to 1966. So yeah, introduced in Doom Patrol, led by wheelchair-bound Chief, 3 outcasts of society, Robot Man, Negative Man, and Elastigirl, embrace their abnormalities to become heroes, and maybe also a family along the way. A couple more for you. We have the Cyberpunk 2077 Omnibus. This was previously only available in oversized hardcover, so again, good to see it in a normal size format. This collects Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team 1 to 4. You have My Word 1 to 4 and Blackout 1 to 4 as well. Next up, we have the latest volume of the Marvel Modern Era Epic Collection. So Young Avengers, Not What You Think. This is collecting from Volume 1. The astonishing debut of a new generation of heroes covers 2005 to 2006, Young Avengers 1 to 12, number 1 Director's Cut, and Special. So that is kicking that off. Also in the Modern Era Epic Collection format, we have Volume 4 of Daredevil, which is subtitled King of Hell's Kitchen. This is Daredevil 51 to 65, and What If Karen Page Had Lived. So this is your Bendis here, by Michael Bendis, David Mack, Alex Maleev. Any era of Daredevil is a good era, to be honest. And then 2 to go. First of all, we have one of my favourite books of last year, hitting hardcover, The Boy Wonder from Junie Ba, colours by Chris O'Halloran. Is the story of Damian Wayne an inescapable tragedy, or could this fairy tale possibly have a happy ending? It's basically a book all about what it means to be Robin. Damian is in Batman's bad books. He's been left home while Batman's away, and of course he still goes out on his own to try and track someone down. But basically each individual issue has him teaming up with a different, previous Robin. There's an issue with Tim Drake. There's an issue which is actually good, which is a miracle in itself. There's an issue with Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon as well. There's an issue with Jason Todd, so it's equal parts triumphant but quite tragic as well, and going into the scars it leaves being Robin, being the Boy Wonder. And then we finish off with Far Sector, the Deluxe Edition. So this was a Green Lantern book a couple of years ago. It is available in the DC compact format, but if you are a fan, this collects the entire series, which is all 12 issues. An epilogue from DC Power 2024. There's a foreword by Gerard Way, a brand new afterword by Jemison, and a treasure trove of never before behind the scenes writings, artwork, and more. The first murder in 500 years, 20 billion suspects, one hope. So yeah, DC's deluxe books do tend to be rather lovely. So yeah, that is us for this week in terms of graphics into the store. All going out into the store for New Comic Book Day. As I say, just as a side note, I should have said with regards to the signing, we did have some stock left, which Garth and Mike were good enough to sign for us. We're going to be putting all that out tomorrow as well. So that'll be available in store for anybody who unfortunately couldn't make it to the signing. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it proved useful. I'll hopefully see you in the store throughout this week. Until then, take it easy.